Hey y'all, I'm Rio, and this is another episode of Coloring Passports, your ticket around the world one species at a time. Today, we're tackling the Hector's dolphin. I'm super excited about this dolphin. These guys are so cute, they just make my heart happy. I hope to have an opportunity one day to go see them. That would just be so delightful. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. I'm seeing all of these colors in these babies here. I'm a little conflicted about what to do with the background here because I've drawn this in a way that it's not really, it's literally divided right down the center. They're not connected at all. So we'll see where this goes. I've got my coffee. Look at that, a full cup of coffee. I've got 1 hour on the clock. Let's see where this goes. All right. So, let me lay these colors out here so I can see what I'm doing. I know I see the blues in this. I know I see the green grays. I know I see the lavender grays. I definitely see the green. I've got two wild card greens here that are pulled because I'm not 100% sure I know what I want to do with the background yet. Typical. So this is jade. This is slate. That color's really delicious. So this is, and I pulled the cool grays because he really, and I have a periwinkle here too. I pulled the cool grays on this one because he feels blue, lavender, gray to me. Never seen one in person, just working with what it looks like from the images that I've seen. So, cool gray, that's a cool gray. That's a cool gray. So those are my cool grays. These are greens, which I kind of feel like are, gonna go over the top. These are my blues, my lavenders, and then this is my celadon green, which, seems to be showing up a lot more in my arsenal here. So this is where we're starting with this. And I'm not sure where it's gonna land. So let's see here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the lavender. And I'm literally gonna color this whole thing in this lavender color first. And I'm just gonna give it a super, super soft layer. Y'all know the drill. I'm gonna color his dorsal fin. On his side, I'm gonna switch direction. No, I'm not either, because he has a muscle line right there. Goes from there to there. And then this area in here all starts to get darker. I'm gonna color it right over his eye. Come right up to this line here. That's a line. This is his eye shape. His eye shape back in here is gonna have some recessed areas. This is his upper lip here. This is gonna be a little more curved and darker. This whole area here is gonna be darker. This underneath here is going to be darker. This part is super dark on his face. He's got these, he's got a little dark area underneath his belly. His pectoral fin hits right here. This is, and And this is connected right there. So we're gonna draw a little bit of a line here to let us know that it's actually connected. This shadow is gonna go this way because it is under his belly. This is gonna be like a highlighted area here. He's gonna have some of this lavender on his pectoral fin here, right on the edge. We're going to really darken that part up and then pull out to the back side of it a little bit there. This super dark here. The two little marks on his belly. Pectoral fin, or the dorsal fin, definitely gonna get a little more shadow in this. A little bit more shadow right back here on his back, because that pectoral fin's gonna have a little bit of shadow going that way. I just like to put in and then I'm putting in all the good stuff here. I'm putting in all the face shapes. And I'm laying everything in the direction that it goes. And then I'll come back in with the other colors. Ooh, look at that. He's so cute. Okay. Also feel like there's gonna be a little bit of lavender right there on that side of his face. And then this is gonna get darker. Even though it's white, it's gonna get darker. You know the drill. This is the well, depending on where you've picked up in the series, this is number 18. This is the 18th dolphin I've done. This is pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable, really. Okay. All right, I can live with that. That looks pretty good. This guy over here, typically don't work on two at once, but I'm going to this time because their colors are so similar. This one here has like this heart-shaped streak on this back. He's so cute. This is a little bit darker. He's got the water coming up over him, so this is going to be interesting to illustrate here. I know we're really going for it with this purple, but that's okay. I don't see as much of the lavender in that as I do up here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the lavender in this. These guys have this cutest little roundy dorsal fin. This little blowhole looks like a heart too. Oh my word. Okay, this area right here is a little bit darker. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put the lavender down now. So we've got this monochromatic sweet baby cakes going on here. I'm loving it though. I'm so loving it. I'm so loving it. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my I think this is the cloud blue. Oh, yep, that's the color. And I'm gonna just come in here with the cloud blue right over the top of some of this. Not all of it, but some of it. And it's painful to color like this for me. I want to turn the book to get a better angle, but in order for you to be able to see what I'm doing, I've got to do this. So you can change, obviously, you know, flip your book around, do whatever's comfortable. Now you'll notice that I'm going heavier on the bottom here with the blue. Because this is going to read like white, but it is not white. Heard me say this a million times now, so it's gonna have a little bit of that blue right there. She's gonna have a little tiny bit of blue here. We're gonna save that for another color. This is definitely blue in here. I mean, this is like really, really blue. And this dorsal fin is really showing the blue here. So we're gonna come in, get all those white bits colored. Arc this over like so. Come in on his sweet baby face. Oh my gosh. Down here in the water. Okay, I'm gonna put that one down now. So those two colors have thoroughly been used. Now, let's grab 10% cool gray. See where we are with this. Oh, there's the color. Definitely a good choice. I'm gonna go right over that purple, super hard there to show off where he's got that indentation. That's a muscle line there for him. Then I'm gonna come in here and push a little bit harder underneath his belly, up to that pectoral fin that's on the back side of him. And you see his face is still too purple, but we're working on that. We're working on that. Don't sweat the small stuff yet. By now you should trust the process and trust that it will come together. It might not look very great at first, but it will come together. Let's get in here and get some of this white a little bit toned down with this gray. There we go. Color over the lavender here. Color over the lavender here. The first layer of color. And see how pushing down with this, just the 10% cool gray starts to kind of cancel out how lavender the species, how lavender I have put him in, but that color comes through just enough to start giving him some shapes. Gotta trust the process. It's super hard to do, I know. Just gotta trust the process. And I am not gonna waste too much time on this side because the other side is working. So let's just get over here and kind of seal all this in too. Now I'm leaving some of this because this is water splashy. I haven't quite sorted in my head how I'm going to present that yet. But this, I definitely want this color in. Okay, there's my 10% cool gray. Done with that one. All right, let's find the 20% cool gray. Here we go. Coming back in right over his face. Some lines in here that I could accentuate. Gonna make sure this back line is a lot darker, because if not, then he's gonna look, he won't look rounded, and I want him to look rounded, so make sure I get that color in there, and that's gonna get a lot darker. Just keep doing it. Okay, that's the 20% cool gray. Starting to come together here. This is the 30% cool gray. I don't know, y'all. I might just skip this one. Skip this one. Well, you know what? I kind of see that right here. Oh. coloring all of this underbelly here. I've picked up the 70 cool gray, y'all, sorry. And this is gonna have a shadow here. Very, very lightly come over this, come down here into his face, start to lay in some of these darker colors. It's significantly darker right here, significantly darker right here. Significantly darker right here. Obviously this pectoral fin back here is like seriously dark. As well. That's a shadow line right there for that. Come over here with this color. It's got this dark patch right here. Oh my goodness, my pencil is breaking. Gonna fill in the little blowhole. Can't even be mad about it breaking because these pencils hardly ever break. The lead is so good in these. Okay, here we go. You just have to look at the image and decide where the structure of the muscle is changing directions, where the skeletal structure is in the specimen, and then color in that direction. Which I know is kind of challenging at first, but you'll get the hang of it. This right here is water. It's also dark, so I know for a fact that I'm gonna have lots of reflection. This is below the surface of the water. This is for a fact really, really dark here. That'll have some more water on it. Okay. All right, there's that one. Moving on. 50% cool gray. Just gonna take a broad sweep of this one. I'm gonna come over here and over this area a little bit in the heart because this area is darker, and we'll brighten this up with something else later. It's feeling a little gummy in here, so feeling a little gummy in here. %70 cool gray. Starting at the rostrum. I'm coloring fairly dark here. Fairly dark indeed. And then I'm going to give it a once over again just to further kind of darken that area up. It's not looking too pretty yet, but it will be, trust me. It'll be good. I'm going to take this slate gray. And I'm going to come in here and I am going to put in these dots here. I see these patches on them plain as day, and I see them as being the slate gray. gonna grab some of that slate gray, come around his belly here. Definitely gonna have slate gray underneath his chin here. He's got the reflection happening definitely here. And I'm still gonna come in and darken all of this up. I mean, this whole area is shadowed because he's coming out of the water. So I still have quite a bit of work to do here. Back here, I just see this rippling. Same slate gray. Coming back. This has to be darker. This has to be a little more smooth. This is starting to shape up. It's looking good. It's looking pretty good. I'm definitely gonna switch to the 90 cool gray for this part here and for the blowhole. And there's always a little bit of color that comes out from the blowhole. Oh my goodness, we forgot to do the dorsal fin back here. This is definitely a slate gray situation as well. Oh, there's that. Here's the 70 cool gray right over the top of that. Oh, that's a warm gray. Grab some of this cloud blue and add a little bit of that to the color of the water here. Come back in with some of that white. Just add in all of my reflection. I don't know, that needs to be a little bit darker color to start with. So that the white shows up, and I'm gonna just fill this in right now with this. And then I'm gonna finish this guy primarily with, let's come in with the white right quick, right over the top of this area right here that is so stinking cute because it's heart-shaped. I'm pushing really hard, y'all. And then I'm gonna color all of this top of his face here. I'm gonna come right over all of this gray. And all of this underneath area here with the white. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna really work that area as well. This area right here needs to be a little bit lighter. Look how cute he is. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, I've got to sharpen that. I have my 90 cool gray. Then I'm going to come back up here and just carefully start laying in some lines. That's going to be a shadow line from the splashies. He's going to have this cute little area up here on the very tip of his rostrum that's a little bit darker. He's got this area that's a little bit darker. All of this area down here that's below the surface of the water is a little bit darker. And we'll obviously come in and, you know, do some water splashes. I'm not a fan. The water for me is so fluid. I don't like having to draw it with the pencils. I don't like that part. So I'm just gonna come in and do it my way with the paint. I'm not going to stress out too much about what this guy looks like, because we've got the Maui dolphins are next, and they look very, very, very similar. You might say they look exactly alike. Just going to keep darkening all of this up. And he looks pretty muddy right now, but we'll solve that problem. That's not a big deal. Okay, back up to this. Taking that same 90 cool gray. We are just gonna start getting into this here. just keep building up the layers until you get it to where you want it. Until you get it to where you're like, okay, that's as dark as it needs to be. How dark is that? I don't know. I have no idea how dark that is. I'm just gonna keep coloring it until I'm like, that works. Because it's kind of hard for me to see it sometimes. Feels muddy and dirty, but cute all at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna come in here with the white, and I'm just gonna start making some of this make sense now. So he's got this extreme white, line here, and then he's, got that, he's very light colored right in through here. We just want to start blending out all of these beautiful blues and lavenders that we've put on him. I'm going to blend out that dorsal fin there. That could be a little darker. I can see that. So this has gone right on around here. This is... Look at that. I just love blending the colors together like this. Because then you really just start to see the fruits of your labor with this process. Okay. Oh, look, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Again, I don't know if this is, the correct way to do this. It's just the way I'm doing it. I'm blending them all in over here. I have to add water to this situation. I'm gonna come in with some, I feel like it needs to come in with some yellows over the top of some of this here. After a while, that color just really gets waxy. We are hitting waxy as we speak. We are seriously hitting waxy as we speak. I want one of the warm grays here, because this one feels a little different on this side. So we're gonna come in with a 50% warm gray over here and just add some of that color. It really could be a little bit darker still. I mean, it's... Let's see how... Coming in with the 90% cool gray and just darkening some of this up. I mean, literally just darkening some of this up. I'm really not inclined to spend a whole lot of time working on this. but I'm also always driven to do the best that I feel like I can. But it's getting pretty waxy at this point. It's getting pretty waxy. Okay, well. Alrighty, so let's talk about color in the water here. Oh my goodness. You know what? I just feel like I'm just gonna get my gouache out and paint. That's just my natural go-to. Let's just paint. Same gouachy colors. We've got phthalo blue, phthalo green. Mixing them up together, making a very, very pretty aqua color. Grab some of this sky blue and the cerulean here. Gonna add some of that blue up here. Some color here. He's got color. He's got splashes coming up here. There's splashes here. And notice that I'm not getting all wrapped around the axle about these splashes. I'm just laying them in. Yep. I need to clean my brush. So the goal for this one for me personally was to set a 1 hour time limit. I have 7 minutes left to pull this off. I'm not saying that you have to give yourself a time limit of 7 minutes. That's not at all the goal here, to set limits for you. For me personally, I could keep going and going and going and going and going, and I need these tutorials to not be so intimidating. So shortening them, doing less is more sometimes. I'm still learning that less is more. So I'm going to come in and make some marks with my gouache. Gonna come over here and ooh, look at that color. Oh my goodness. Just re-wetting that white gouache I've been working with throughout this entire book. That's all we're doing here. Gonna throw some white sprays here and there. I'm not a fan of this color right here. I don't know what's really going on here, but I'm not 100% feeling that. Gonna break out the pens. Okay. Here's a paint pen. Siri, how much time do I have on the clock?
There's a timer with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left.
Okay, so choose what's most important, Rio. Choose what's most important. Okay, so there's definitely some highlight there. Siri, how much time is left on the clock?
There's a timer with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Am I gonna make it? I don't think I am. Sometimes I think it's good for you to set a timer for how long you allow yourself to work on a project. Racing the clock, y'all. Racing the clock. Siri, how much time is left on the clock? Oh.
There's a timer with 14 seconds left.
Yep, there it is. Well, there you have it. There's my 1 hour illustration with 2 subject matters in it. And yeah, I know I'm cheating a little bit here. I'm still working. Want some more of that water up on his sweet baby back. Okay. That's all I can do. That's all I can do on that one. 1 hour. This one was an interesting situation because, you know, I usually do more, but I'm just not gonna. This one literally is like a field study. Reads just like a field study specimen. And maybe this is good for me because this is going to force me to loosen up even further. Because I want to keep going because I don't want people to see this. This is too intense here. There's like lots of things that are wrong with this that could be fixed. But I said I was going to do this in an hour, and that's what I've done. This is 1 hour's worth of work. So we're going to let it go. All right, y'all. That's it for the Hector's dolphin. I'm Rio. Thanks for joining me in the studio, and I will see you on the next page.